Okay, I want to take you through some options in taping the ball of your foot. So I'm going to use Fix-A-Mall, but you can use whatever tape you like, whatever suits you. Now, the easiest way to tape the ball of the foot would be to use one bit of tape and take it straight across like that. Now, the problem with doing this is we've missed this important area right up in the top there, right up in there. We'd rather have that covered. So the alternative would be to just place it up higher, but we'd run into a different kind of a problem. The higher that goes up, the more we get these little bits here that just, things are going to get down in there like sand, and they're just not going to stick. So that's not really the best idea either. So the best way around this is to use the one bit of tape, pop it across as high up as you can. Do your best to smooth out any creases, which I've not done particularly well there. And then we need to fill in this spot here. We're going to do that with a butterfly tape, or some people call it a figure 8 or a dog bone, kind of like that. We'll take it through toes 2 and 3, so secure it down on the ball of the foot, take it through the toes, don't put too much tension on it, and then place it on the top of the foot. So that way we've got this area up here covered, and it's a really good way to stop anything from catching the top of the tape there. So that's one way to go. The other way would be to bend the tape as we put it on. So to bend the tape as we put it on, we would start in the middle, up nice and high where we want it, and as we take it to the outsides, we just shape it. Just like that. So we're getting it up nice and high here, covering a lot of skin up there. The only downside is we get all this excess tape here. So what are we going to do about that? We've got two options. First of all, we can snip it, let's say there, and then fold the first bit down and then the second bit over the top. And that way we've got it relatively flat. It's bunched up a bit there, but with a bit of practice you'd be able to negate most of that. The good thing about this is we've got a good overlap, and so it's not very likely to catch and come off. The alternative is to, on purpose, make a big crease, pinch it together like that, and then we're going to cut that off. So scissors flush with the skin, and that's nice and smooth there now. The downside to this though is, with a lot of walking and running, as we do most of it, we can see those bits separate, and the more they separate, the more this might catch and roll back and become a problem. So not ideal, but will get you by in some circumstances. But my preferred way of taping is a bit different. It uses two bits of tape, and the first one I cut it to the shape of this parabola up here. So rather than bend the tape, I actually want to cut the tape to the shape. So about like that. That's good, so it's sitting nicely up there, and if I'm really lucky, I'll get rid of any creases. I've got a little crease there and I've got a little crease there. I really don't want a crease there, so I'm going to actually cut him off. So that crease there could become a problem, but my second bit of tape is totally going to take care of that. So the second tape it's going to not only cover that crease, but with this single piece of tape, we haven't really taped underneath the big toe joint very well, and that's an important area to tape. So with your second bit of tape, he goes right across like that. And he's kind of easy to put on without creases. Now, although this is the way I prefer to do it, it's not without its limitations. So the main thing is when you're putting your sock on, so you put your sock on like this, it has the potential to roll back like that if you haven't stuck it on very well, or you're a bit careless in putting your sock on, or a bit sort of aggressive putting your socks on. It's always a good idea to roll your sock on pretty carefully so that doesn't happen. And to be honest, it's not always a problem, but it is a potential thing to look for. Now, theoretically, we could have changed the order of these tapes, so we could have done this one first and that one second. The reason I don't do that is this one is my priority because I really need to get it shaped up here really nicely, and I'm never quite sure where I'm going to get any little creases or annoying bits that I need to take care of, and I'm never quite sure where this top one here is going to end, and so I don't really know how much I need to overlap it. So with this one being my priority, I get him on first, and then I take care of everything else with this second one, and I just advise that we be careful when we put our socks on to prevent that rollback. So there are a few options in regard to taping the ball of your foot. Practice them, see which one you like best. There's no real right way or wrong way. It just takes practice. Try with different types of tape. Fix them all is a good one, but you might prefer another. So practice makes perfect. I hope that helps.